And what's going to happen is those people are actually then going to take, when they see the ad. So if 5 or 10 employees then see this video or this contact us, and then they share it up to the CMO is going to go, who are these guys? We need to pay attention. So what we'll do, we'll identify a company that we think has is in like the sweet spot. So we have like a defined sweet spot of a company that we want to work with. Because look, I would love to work with Pepsi, but I'm also realistic, right? We're 6 people. We can't take a Pepsi today. Like that's just, that's a 20 year, 10 years down the road thing. Yeah. But you can take a company that maybe has 700, 800 employees. And so we'll say, okay, we identify them. We look at their marketing effort. And we look for people who you can tell that they've had agencies in the past, or that they're just missing guidance.
How do you get to the list of the companies?
That takes a little bit of research. That's one of the things where you got to go through what can we help the most. So we look at we can help people in the software space that are looking to acquire users that are this big. And so we have our own internal criteria that we set up based on our expertise and past clients, because that's the other thing. We get in touch with them. They're going to be like, who have you worked with before? Yeah. So we could be like, oh, we've worked with XYZ company who's, also in the space, but is not a competitor or whatever. It gives a little bit more credibility.
Okay. Can you tell me what the criteria is, or is it something you like to keep internal?
It changed. For us, there's probably about 10 sets. Like I said, we're looking for, we look at people, I'll give you probably between 500 to 1,000 employees that have some digital presence, but not a complete digital presence, because I'm not in the business of going and trying to tell someone if they don't have a Facebook page now, they're not going to get one. You know what I mean? We want people who you can tell that they're trying, but they have inconsistent messaging, inconsistent posting frequency. Yeah. What they've done is they're a big company, but then they've made their secretary do the social, right? And so you can tell, and it's okay, no, this is important. Let's take it over. So we just look for decent sized companies that are doing a bad job. Yeah. And but you can tell that they believe in it or know that they need to be on it. And it's just kind of whenever we see a company we go through, we just add it to the radar. So I might search real estate brokerages throughout, the state of Florida, and be okay. Then I look, and it takes a couple hours, right? Then okay, which ones have enough team members? Because the team member size in that industry is going to dictate their budget, and if they're going to have budget to even bring us on. So once we identify this company, we'll be okay, let's make an ad targeted at people who work for this company, and tell them are you guys on social media? Do you need help? And what's going to happen is those people are actually then going to take, when they see the ad, I might not get it in front of the CMO, but I don't give a shit, because it's going to get in front of somebody who knows the CMO. So if 5 or 10 employees then see this video or this contact us, and then they share it up to the CMO is going to go, who are these guys? We need to pay attention. So it's a little bit crafty, but it takes a little time, but it's micro, you're making individual ad messages for company size. Really helps us get in line with people who've paid agencies before, because someone who's paid an agency before is willing to pay another agency, right?
Well, hopefully.
Well, they might have had a bad experience too, right? So that's
So you keep a huge spreadsheet of all the companies you're monitoring, and then how do you do this? Every month, every quarter, someone of your team goes through it and checks if they kind of had problems, or?
So we have a CRM that we use.
Which one?
So we use a very light CRM called CAVEsocial.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Yeah, and we'll set up some internal notes, messaging frequency, and it's not crazy, man. It's we set it up all right, I put whatever, let's call it Luigi's Pizza, right? Okay, we want to get these Luigi's Pizza. They have 5 stores. They're a growing company. This is a good company for us to kind of get in line with. Okay, great. We put them in there, and I just set a reminder, if we've had contact, or we set out the ads. Okay, great. We had contact, but they're sorting out their budget. They're not ready to meet until 2017. Okay, so I just set a little reminder. Hey, contact Luigi's Pizza 3 months from now, and then I just add the notes of what happened. it's a very, very basic sales effort in that sense of like a traditional, we have the CRM, but there's no like automation or anything like that.